Alright, it's time to look at another Throwbots set, although not the one you were probably expecting. Set 8508, the Supplementary Disc Pack, the forerunner of the Bionicle Mask Pack, and maybe blind boxes as a whole in the LEGO landscape. This little box contains 5 random discs to help you fill out those storage slots in the Throwbot pods. And I have managed to get my hands on an unopened copy of this set, and I'll be unboxing it a little later on to have a look at what's inside it. But first, some background on the set. Releasing in 1999 alongside the first wave of sets, the supplementary discs sold for the low price of $2, which would have been around £1.59 in the UK. These packs added more powerful discs to the Throwbots arsenals, as sets only included 2 discs, a level 2 with an elemental logo and a level 3 of a teammate throwing a disc, probably as a sly marketing tactic to get customers excited about the other characters in the line, but that still leaves discs from a power rating of 4 to 8 unaccounted for. Discs with only 1 pip don't exist in any form. This is where the mystery box come in to fill in the gaps. Not a very honourable way to sell extra discs to kids, but it is a practice that LEGO carried on with the Robo Riders and their mystery wheel packs, the blind bags for the Bionicle masks, and the collectible minifigure series later on down the road. Set 8508 was not the only way that you could get your hands on additional throwing discs. Set 1061 was a promotional set that contained 1 random throwing disc and a poster. I have no idea what qualified someone to get your hands on these promotional set, but it is nice that it was available. I already have a little bit of a throwing disc collection myself. Not a complete set, mind you, but this handy poster displays most of the available discs. They all follow the same pattern of design from pip level to pip level. I've already mentioned pips 2 and 3 showing off elemental symbols and the bots in action. Now let's see what we can expect to find as we move on up through the power levels. Level 4 discs show the pods flying through their elemental areas, smashing through mountains or zooming across a city. I particularly like Judge's discs, his pod flying off into space and the other pods going in their own directions in the background. Also, the pods have headlights too, which is a fun little bit of attention to detail in my opinion. Level 5 shows the bots travelling and doing odd jobs in their zones, or in Electro's case, just there as a big disembodied head floating around ominously. Level 6 discs have some of my favourite imagery on them, as the bots face off against elemental foes that prowl their territory. Vast elemental beings of such incredible power and awe that they dwarf our little heroic robots. Living mountains, snow and fire giants, carnivorous plants, and whatever is stalking poor Turbo through that dark alleyway. Or a giant jellyfish with an eerie green brain in it. Imagery like this really makes your imagination run wild, and as a kid gives you creative ways to play with the sets if you've only got one of them. Level 7s are the final discs available in these packs. These are the rarest, and for those wanting a complete set, the most expensive to get your hands on. These discs show off the MacGuffins that each Throwbot is seeking in their areas. These items can either help fuel the Throwbots, like the diamonds Torch is searching for, or that jerry can filled with radioactive fuel that Turbo needs to keep himself going. Additionally, these items prove handy in helping defeat the enemies in their territories. Ski uses special ice crystals to destroy the fur of bloodthirsty animals that inhabit his continent so they don't survive in the cold. Hold on a minute. This guy shaves animals so they die slowly of hypothermia. What is wrong with you? And how does this help you fight living mountains and avalanche monsters? Anyway, most discs don't usually break the £1 mark when it comes to purchasing them, but the level 7 discs smash through that attainable price point, ranging from £6 to £39 depending on the type of disc and the condition that you find it in. The artwork on them looks great, but it should go without saying that these things are overpriced on the aftermarket. Besides hurling them at enemies, these pieces do not really have a lot of versatility in building, with no traditional connection points it pains me to say that these do not seem worth your while in buying. Unless you find one that you really want for a very reasonable price in your favourite colour. Please don't judge me for buying this granite level 7 disc of a crack in the earth. It's the only level 7 disc that I have, and it's probably going to stay that way for a while, unless I can find one in the mystery boxes. Now we know what these boxes might contain, let's just quickly run through the discs that I already have in the collection using this handy little chart. I already have 28 out of 48 discs available on this chart, not counting the 6 discs from the second wave of sets that are not shown on this poster. That's 58% of the collection complete already. This slightly narrows my chances of pulling something that I don't already have, but I'm really here just for the experience. Any new discs that I find are just icing on the cake of this little treat. But enough stalling, let's crack open this thing and reveal what has been hiding in this little box since 1999. Our first pull is from the Granite line of discs, a level 4 granite pod flying through the mountains. This is a great start, as it's one that I do not have, and the fact that it's in tan, my favourite colour, is excellent. I'm very happy with this one. Pleased to add it to the collection. Next up, the second disc I pull is slightly more disappointing. A level 2 flame symbol. It's kind of mean that LEGO would put in such a common disc in these mystery boxes, but I suppose they had to find a way to make those level 7 discs harder to find somehow. Hopefully our third pull should be better. Well, sub-escaping a whirlpool is worthy of a level 5 rating. This is one that I do already have, but this coming right out of the box does mean that it's in much better shape than the one that I currently have. Our fourth disc is one from the sub line once again. A sub is jamming a giant jellyfish, and this is one that I do actually need. I really enjoy the monster work on these discs. They are all presented perfectly, and I'm really happy to add this fun brainy jellyfish to the collection, even though I did take the mickey out of it slightly at the beginning of this video. And lastly, a white ski disc of a level 3 power rating. This one is another common one that can be found in the Torch set. It's a little unlucky that we pulled 2 discs from the same set, and a set that we've already looked at in a previous video. Cheap plug, go watch it. But these boxes were a gamble, so some duplicates were to be expected really. Well, that was a bit of fun. Not the gambling bit, but digging up of old treasures from LEGO's history. Adding 2 new discs to the collection was a pleasant bonus, taking the total up to 30 out of 48 discs. Although I haven't made my money back by opening this set, or found a disc that I can sell and retire off of the profits that it makes for me, this was still something that I can check off of my LEGO bucket list. Don't expect me to be paying over the odds for those level 7 discs anytime soon. I'm fine without having a full collection of these discs. Would I recommend you gamble your money on a mystery throwing disc pack? Absolutely not. Will I be doing this again? Absolutely not. Well, at least not with disc boxes, but that's a video for another day. I'll be back next time, whenever that might be, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out and can come on back for the next one.